second. Let me try that. Ah, okay. This is for Anna. All right. So today we're focusing on the theme of rock and roll and a particular difficult sound, which is in this phrase, rock and roll. Can you guess what it is? Anybody guess the difficult sound?
R.
R. It's an R. Wow, you guys are good. Okay. Carlos, can you make a sentence with rock and roll?
I used to go at rock and roll concerts.
I used to go to rock and roll concerts. Excellent. Now, but you don't anymore.
Yeah.
You don't know? Okay. So rock and roll is a genre of music, as you know. Often we call it rock in English. We don't say rock and roll very often. We would just say, I went to a rock concert, for example. But anyway, I wanted to give you more practice with the R's. Okay. So Daniela, can you read the question?
Have you ever been to a rock concert?
Right. And what's the answer?
No.
No, never? Okay.
I don't think so. Rock? I don't think so.
Yeah. Carlos, what about you? What did you used to go to?
I used to, yes, I have. I used to go to the Brazilian rock and roll called the Titãs.
Okay. All right.
It is good.
Okay. So a lot of you know that. I don't. Okay. Uh-huh.
It's famous
Okay.
in Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Famous Brazilian rock band, probably, right?
Yeah.
Erica, what have you done? Have you gone to a rock concert before?
Yeah,
What?
I went to a rock set. It is a group of the rock set. Do
Rock
you know?
No, I don't know. Is it Brazilian?
Oh, no.
No, I think it's Australian. I'm
Oh.
not sure.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Huh, I don't know them.
No, you know the
80s,
music.
it's an 80s band. Yes, very famous.
Rock set?
Rock
Mhm.
set. Yeah.
Rock set.
The girl was like blonde.
ROXAETTE, I
Do you
think.
want, Erica, do you want to sing? All right. Juliana, what about you? Have you been to a rock concert?
I've never been to
No?
a rock concert.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there's still time in your life. You're young. You can still go. All right, Juliana, can you read the objectives, please?
By the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify words that begin with R sound and produce the R sound. Create and perform a conversation about your favorite music group.
Okay, very good. All right. All right, so that's the plan. Let's talk about why R is so difficult. Okay, why do you think R is so difficult? Or maybe it's not. Maybe you don't think R is difficult. Why? What do you think? Why is R so difficult? Does anybody know? Do you think it is? Is this a hard sound for you? Because I've heard you all say it and you seem to be able to say it, but it is a difficult sound for many Brazilians. We just have really good fluent speakers here.
I think it's depends of the position of the R.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you sent that. Okay, so let's look at these words. Okay, so there's 4 words. I'm not going to say them. Okay. Okay. Are these words the same difficulty?
No.
Are these the same difficulty? Daniela, why
They're
not?
different.
Okay.
Because when it's in the beginning, it's different.
Okay. Oh, so if you look at these 4 words, which are more difficult for you to say, Daniela? Which are more difficult?
First one.
Is it the first one? Okay. What about the rest of you? What do you think? Is it the first one?
No, for me it's road.
Okay. The
It is
last,
very difficult.
right? Okay. For you too, Carlos, the last one?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so let's just try them together and maybe you'll change your mind. I don't know. So the first one is Rodrigo. Say Rodrigo.
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 I can see Daniela's like, yeah, I'm gonna say it the way she says it. Okay, right,
Right.
word, word,
Word.
world.
World.
Okay, so do you agree that it's Rodrigo and world that are more difficult? Yes? Yeah, okay. So the reason oops, I don't want that. The reason I chose it is because I just to bring you back to this Venn diagram, which is I'm still working on, by the way. You can see that R is actually the sound R is in both languages. Okay. The problem is when the R sound is in different positions, as exactly as you said. The problem is not really saying the R, but the problem is recognizing that you need to say the R. Okay, right? So if it's at the beginning, like one of my students is named Rodrigo, how do you usually say this, Daniela?
Rodrigo.
Hood.
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. So it's to us, to me, that sounds like what I would call the hard
Yeah.
H. Okay, so the hard H. It sounds like, and we don't have that sound. Okay, but you know how to say the R sound. Now, this in linguistics is called the American R, by the way, the American R. So if you, this word, Portuguese, and I can't, my Portuguese is like terrible. Okay, you know how to say that R. It's the same sound, right? But you don't say it when it's at the beginning. So it's really about the symbol that you're looking at doesn't tell your mouth to say the sound that you can say. Okay, if it's at the end, like in the word amor, it's a slightly different R. Okay, but it's pretty close, right? Is that true? Amor is it's how do you say that, Daniela? Amor?
Amor.
Yeah, okay.
Amor.
So it's close. It's a little bit not the same, but it's close. So you can say it. The problem is your brain doesn't know to say it. Now, I just heard your R's and you all said it just fine. But I guarantee that when I get you speaking quickly, you're going to go back to the old way that you say it.
I
And
think Rodrigo is not the worst one. For me, for example, is Roberta, because there's a R in the beginning, a R in the middle, and the T sound that is sometimes like D. Roberta. It's impossible to say it for me.
Roberta.
We say Roberta and Roberta.
Roberta. Yeah, interesting. Thank you for that. Okay. All right. So let's fix it. Okay, let's fix it. All right. So just to give you some words that I want you to practice on, I'm going to give you a little exercise. I'm going to put you into groups, and wait, we have 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. For 1 minute, 1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect. Okay. For 1 minute, you're going to, with your partner, you're going to think of as many words connected to the theme rock and roll as you can. Okay. So I'm going to put you into groups. I'll send you a message, say go. Okay. And then you're going to brainstorm about rock and roll words that have R's. Okay. It doesn't have to be R in the first position. It could be anything. Okay. So this will give you words to talk about. Okay. So I'm going to, does everybody understand what to do?
Can you repeat, please, Cherry?
Yes, sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you into groups
Mhm.
and I'm going to send you a message, say go.
Okay.
And for 1 minute, you're going to think of with your partner words
Oh my God.
that have R's connected to rock and roll.
Okay.
Okay, I have a few examples here that you could do, like radio, rock, record, record. We'll talk about that more. But it's just to get your brain thinking
Okay.
about words.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let me do that. So I need to. Okay, I'll tell you when to start. Okay, I'll send you a message. Just a sec. We have, okay, all right. Sorry, I didn't know you knew her. So that's really
Yes.
interesting. Okay. All right. So, oh, I just lost him. Okay. Jarson will come back in a minute. Oh, there he is. Okay. Let me just get him back here. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. Okay. So Carlos and Erica, well, Carlos, I'll just ask Carlos, what are some words that you talked about?
Rolling Stones, Rhythm, Rock and Roll, Report, Rock Set,
Okay.
Radical.
Okay. Okay, good. Erica, any more?
Ring, just a ring.
Ring.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Daniela, what do you have?
We have rap,
Rap. Interesting.
rapid,
Uh-huh.
rhythm, rhythm, how to say?
Written.
Red Rock Chili Peppers,
Oh,
and-
yeah.
and the Rush.
Rush, like the band Rush.
Yeah.
I hate Rush. All right, Juliana, what else?
No, just,
That's it?
yeah. That's it.
Do you like Rush? Do you guys like Rush? I hate his voice. His voice just drives me nuts. But Red Hot Chili Peppers, they're good. Okay. All right. Let's so this was just an opportunity for me to hear, hear your oh, there he is. Hi, Jarson. Just an opportunity for me to hear your pronunciation. So let me go get the, okay, here we go. All right. All right, so let's talk about how to make this sound. Okay, how to make this sound. It's actually a combination of lips, tongue, and throat. Okay, so lips, tongue, and throat. So for your lips, you have to have your lips in a kissing position. And this is especially hard for you because you don't have this at the beginning of the word. Okay, so imagine you're kissing your dog, your husband, your wife, your I don't know, your friend. Okay, you have to go, right? So it's similar to the W sound as well. Okay, it's like ra, 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 ra. Okay, so at the beginning of the word, your mouth has to be in this position because if it's not, it won't make that sound. So if I say ruh. Okay, so your lips have to be like my picture here. Your tongue is a little bit weird. It's called a puffy tongue, and it's hard for me to explain. It's flat. It's flat across, and the sides are touching the inside of your teeth, and the tip is up. Okay, and the sound is actually produced back here in the back of your throat. So really what you have to do is put those all together to make the sound. Okay, like rush, rush, rush. Let's try that. Rush.
Rush.
Roberta.
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 Rodrigo.
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 Yeah, Rodrigo. Okay. All right. So that's how you make it. So let's try with this word, rabbit.
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 Rabbit. Okay, Erica, let me hear rabbit.
Rabbit.
Okay, rabbit. Carlos.
Rabbit.
Okay, Daniela.
Rabbit.
Okay, Juliana.
Rabbit.
Jarson.
Rabbit.
I don't know, your rabbit is really tired. Your rabbit is really tired. Okay. All right, let's practice with these words, okay? Remember that the ones at the beginning are the hardest ones, so that's why I chose words at the beginning. Usually the R sound is represented by the R letter, which is very nice for you. The only exception is when it's represented by the WR, and the W is silent, like in right. It's not like you're trying to make that W. The W is silent, okay? So let's practice these. I'll say it and you repeat it together. I'll show you when to start with my hand, okay? Really.
Really.
Read.
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 Remember.
Remember.
Reason.
Reason.
Record.
Record.
Response.
Response.
Radio.
Radio.
Remix.
Remix.
Repeat.
Repeat.
Write.
Write.
Written.
Written.
Rhythm.
Rhythm.
Ah, this is the killer word, rhythm, because we have that TH in the middle, rhythm. Okay. Any questions about pronunciation of these words that you want to ask? This is a good time to do that.
No.
You might notice that the word record is pronounced differently depending on if it's a noun or a verb. For example, if you say, "Oh, I have a record from the 70s of Rush," okay, then it's pronounced with the stress in the first position, the first syllable. But if it's to what we say now is I want to take a video of, or I want to record this session today, you're using it as a verb, and the word stress is in a different place. Okay, so this same spelling is pronounced two different ways. It doesn't affect the R sound at all, but it's just something I thought I would tell you. So the first one is record, like I have a record of Rush. And the second one is I need to record this meeting. Okay, so let's just practice that here. I'll just write it here. I have a record of Rush and I need to record this meeting. Okay, let's try that. Let's do the first one. I have a record of Rush. Repeat.
I have a record of
Rush.
Okay, I need to record this meeting.
I
I
need
need to record this meeting.
Okay, so that's information. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I thought I would mention it. Which is the hardest word for you to say?
rhythm.
Rush.
Rush, rhythm, rhythm,
Rhythm.
rhythm. Yeah, rhythm. Now the H is silent. Okay, the H is silent. It's crazy spelling. This is an I sound, like in the word pink. And then you have to, the T is the problem, TH, sorry. You have to rhythm, rhythm. That's a good rhythm. Rush does not have a good rhythm. Okay, Rush does not have a good rhythm. All right, you're going to get many other practices of this, but first I want you to hear about, I want you to hear a conversation, a dialogue of Marin and me, okay, talking about rock and roll. So please listen.
Hi, Marin. How are you?
Great. How are you doing, Sherry?
Great. Marin, do you like rock and roll music?
For sure. I really do.
Who are some of your favorite rock bands?
There are so many. I like the Rolling Stones. Rod Stewart, how about you?
I like rock and roll too. I like Pearl Jam.
Maybe we should go to a rock concert sometime.
Sounds really awesome.
Now, for those of you who know me well, this was not Marin. Some of those of you who know Marin, this was Becca, actually my daughter, who's looking at the house right now. But it would give you an opportunity to practice those R sounds in a dialogue, which is what we're aiming for. We want you to be able to speak speak regularly and be able to pronounce this. So what happens is you all know how to make the R sound, but you might go back to your old ways when you're speaking. So this is to give you real practice. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take a picture of this. And then I'm going to put you back into breakout rooms so that you can practice this. Okay?
Pearl Jam, it's hard.
Yeah, actually, with the Pearl Jam is really funny because I say Pearl Jam, and when I was recording this, Becca kept saying, "No, it's not Pearl Jam, it's Pearl Jam," like that.
You said the same.
Pearl Jam, right? But I say Pearl Jam. I actually had to. I don't know why. I don't even know who they are. Okay. But I don't know. I said Pearl Jam, and she said, no, it's Pearl Jam. And that sounds weird to me. Pearl Jam. Do you like Pearl Jam?
I like.
Really?
For me, like to me, you're saying the same, like Pearl Jam.
No, it was the word stress. Like I say Pearl Jam.
Ah,
She said Pearl Jam. So it's about word stress.
got it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in July have a Rod Stewart in Toronto. In July.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't like Rod Stewart. Do you like Rod Stewart?
I like it.
I do not like him at all. I like almost everybody else except Rod Stewart and country music and Rush. I don't like Rush, but I like everything else, right? So, okay, here we go. Let me put you, now there's going to be one group of 3, so you'll just have to practice it, take turns or something. So let me do that. 5 minutes. Okay, there you go. Have fun. All right, Erica and Juliana, let's hear.
Mhm. Okay, I can start.
Okay.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Great. How are you doing, Cherry?
Great. Mary, do you like rock and roll music?
For sure. I really do.
Who are some of your favorite rock bands?
There are so many. There are Stone, Rod Stewart. How about you?
I like rock and roll too. I like Pearl Jam.
Maybe you should go to a rock and concert sometimes.
Sounds really awesome.
Okay, so let's practice Rolling Stones.
Rolling
Rolling
Stones.
Stones.
And really.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, those are the ones that I heard that were not fully pronounced. Rolling, and that's maybe the same problem, it's part of the same problem with Roberta. Rolling.
Roll.
Rolling.
Rolling Stone.
Remember to
Rolling Stone.
change your lips. That's the difference between a sharp R and a closer to a Brazilian R is the lips. Rolling, rolling,
Rolling.
rolling,
Rolling.
really, rolling,
Rolling.
really. Okay, the rest of them sounded great, but
Really.
rolling, I think the difference is the lips. Okay, rolling. So I'm gonna write that down because I want you to practice that. And really, okay. All right, let's continue. Okay, now you're going to make your own dialogue. Okay, now you're going to make your own dialogue about your own musical preferences. Okay, so it should be similar to the one you just practiced, but using your own information. Okay, so let's read what's on the screen. Jarson, can you please read? Jarson? No, not Jarson.
Sorry.
Where? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Make a similar dialogue, this
Yeah.
time discussing your favorite rock bands or musicians.
Yeah.
Start like this. Person A, I heard a rock song on the radio that I really like it. That I really like it.
Liked.
Oh, really?
Liked.
Liked.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What was it?
Okay, good. Very good. So here's some words that you can use. Remember, reason, rock concert, rhythm. You don't have to, okay? You don't have to. The purpose here is to get you speaking normally, but still paying attention to your production of the R sound at the beginning. So when you do this, you can write it down, or you can just, just speak. But I will be asking you to perform it for the class, okay? So you might want to take a picture of this so you know how to start. So everybody take a picture of this so you know how to start. Starting is always the hard part. So I thought I'd give you a beginning. And I will give you 8 minutes. I'll put you in the same groups and bring you back after 8 minutes. Any questions about what you're doing? No, we're okay. All right, so let me do 8 minutes and go have fun. Okay, welcome back. Carlos, Daniela, and Jarson, what did you do?
So
Oh,
I'm gonna start with person A.
Okay.
So I heard a rock song on the radio that I really like it. Oh, really? What was it? And we continued. I can't remember the name of the song. Gerson.
I remember the rhythm, right?
Do you remember the rhythm?
No, I don't. But the reason I like it, it's because I've been to concert.
That's all.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Three sentences. I can't remember the name of the song. Do you remember the rhythm? No, I don't. But the reason I like it is because I've been there rock concert.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Carlos, you didn't say anything.
I can't say the same dialogue. I can't
Oh,
remember.
you just practiced it. Can I hear you say it then?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the song. Do you remember the rhythm?
Rhythm.
Rhythm?
Oh,
Oh, I don't. But the reason I like is because I've been in a rock concerts.
okay. Rock.
Rock.
Written.
Rock.
Written. Rock.
Yeah.
Right. I think the difference, I mean, I understand you, Carlos. I think the difference of the making the really strong R sound, the way the American R sound. I think for you, the difference is in the mouth movement. Okay, rock. So you have to do
Rock.
that. You know, pretend you're kissing your wife. You're kissing Martha. Rock, rock. Yeah.
Rock.
So that's the difference in the sound for you. Daniela, your pronunciation is like amazing. I'm not even sure why you're taking this class. But I think it's really good practice.
Because of you.
Oh, thank you, honey. I think what happens is you know how to make these sounds. Like I said, it's easy for Brazilians to make these sounds. But it's what happens is when you're actually talking normally, you go back to your Portuguese way of pronouncing it. Okay, so this is the key is to remember that you need to, when you make these r sounds, you have to pronounce it with your lips. Remember, okay? Remember, reason. And so this is not comfortable to move those lips so tight. It takes a lot of muscles, okay? So just to be aware of that. I mean, I understand all of you, okay? So there isn't a person here in the class that is really having a trouble with this. If you speak it the way that I've taught you, even less strongly, people will understand you, okay? But it's just to remind yourself that you need to pronounce those beginning R sounds, not in a Portuguese way. That just takes practice, okay? Now I have a few minutes now just to talk about, oh, did I do the other group? Erica and Juliana. I'm sorry, I forgot. Erica and Juliana, my mistake. Let me hear what you did.
I watched a rock song on TV and I remember. Okay.
My internet's awful today.
Okay, we'll try it again. Say it again, Erica.
Yes.
I watched a rock song on the TV and I remember when I was teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, not.
Is usual.
It's okay, Juliana.
My internet's terrible, Terry.
That's okay.
It's falling all the time.
That's okay. I can hear you, no problem. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Do you want Erica to do it, or do you want to try?
Gosh, it's frozen.
Oh, okay. Erica, why don't you continue speaking?
Okay. And Juliana asked me about the band, the name of the band. The band name is Roxette. I went to a rock concert in my city.
Right.
I like this band because it have different rhythm, rock and romantic.
Rhythm.
Rhythm.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. Okay, Juliana, don't worry. We can work on this together when I see you tomorrow. Okay, don't worry about it. So that was really good. So Erica, what I noticed with you is that when you get some speed, you start going back to the Portuguese way of saying it. And this is normal. Okay, so just be aware that you need to move your lips, okay, when you speak, because it's hard to do that. It's, it's hard if you have to really work, your mouth has to work hard. So remember to move your lips. Okay, like you're kissing somebody. Remember. Okay, now I just have a few minutes. About the other problem words. Okay, and that is these words. When the R is at the end and it's followed by other consonant sounds, this is a problem, okay, for you. And the reason it's a problem is because you don't have this in Portuguese. Yeah. You don't have it. So let's practice these. There's 3 words, and one of these words is the one that you said you had trouble with. And of course, the last word is worm. There's my funny worm. Okay. So word, repeat,
Word.
Word.
world,
World.
Word.
worm.
Worm.
Which one is hard?
Word.
World.
I knew you were going to say that.
Word.
I knew
The
you were
second
going to
one.
say that.
Obviously, the second one.
I
Yeah.
knew that. I knew that. So here's a tip. Okay, here's a tip because I knew you were going to say that. If the way that you can do this is to divide it into 2 syllables. So it sounds like world, world, world.
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 Now, so
World.
now you have the problem with the LD, not the RLD. Okay, so world, world.
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 Let's practice that a few times. I'll say it, you repeat it. World,
World.
World.
world,
World.
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 Okay, all right, so that's something to practice. There's a little bit of a tip for you. Okay, any questions about that?
Around the world.
Around the world. I'll put that in your practice, okay? Around the world.
Around the world is
Yeah.
difficult.
Very difficult. It's difficult for English speakers too, by the way. World, world. That L, the L is the problem. And, you know, you can kind of say, not say the L, you can say world. No, you have to kind of say the L. World, world. Anyway, I'll give you, if you remember this, to break it into 2 sounds, it might help you. All right. So I think that we've done what I set out to do, to give you lots of practice of the R sound and to use it in conversation about the theme rock and roll. So what's next? Just a reminder that you can come to any or all of the classes. This is the last class for this lesson. So by tomorrow, I will post the PowerPoints and I will also put a practice with audio on the WhatsApp group. I'm thinking of doing it on YouTube instead. I haven't decided. I hope you practice these. I really think these are useful for you. So these are for yours to keep. It will have audio and a place for you to repeat yourself. It just won't have me. Okay, it won't have me giving you feedback. Next week, we're doing the W sound, which is actually very similar to the R sound. And our theme will be weather, okay? Weather. So that's what we're doing next week. And then after that, we are moving on to the vowel sounds. Okay, so that's the plan. And I think that brings us to the end. I hope you enjoyed the class. Okay. And I will see you all next week. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Have a great day. Have a
You
great
too.
day. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.